Imagine this. You wake up every day with a fire in your belly, ready to conquer the world. But here's the thing, success isn't just about working harder or longer. It's about something deeper, something more profound. It's about transforming both your mindset and your skill set, because without one, the other simply can't thrive. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone who works tirelessly day after day but still feels stuck? Maybe you felt that way yourself. The truth is, effort alone won't cut it. If your mindset isn't aligned with growth, no amount of hard work will get you where you want to go. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions determine your results. So if your thinking is small, guess what? Your outcomes will be too. Now let's talk about mindset for a moment. A winning mindset doesn't mean pretending everything's perfect when it's not. No, it means believing deep down that you have what it takes to overcome challenges. It means seeing obstacles as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. When you adopt a mindset of possibility, suddenly the impossible starts feeling within reach. And trust me, once you shift how you think, the way you approach life changes completely. But here's the kicker, a strong mindset without skills is like having a shiny new car with no engine. Sure, it looks great on the outside, but it won't take you anywhere. That's why elevating your skill set is just as crucial. Skills are the tools you need to turn your dreams into reality. Whether it's learning how to communicate better, mastering a craft, or even picking up a new hobby, every skill you develop adds value to your journey. And the best part, skills build confidence. The more capable you feel, the more willing you are to take risks and chase opportunity. So how do you balance the two? How do you grow your mindset while also sharpening your skills? Start by feeding your mind with positivity. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Read books that challenge you, and listen to voices that encourage you to dream bigger. At the same time, dedicate time each day to improving your abilities. Even 15 minutes of focused practice can make a difference over time. Remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. It's the little things you do consistently that lead to big breakthroughs. Think of it like climbing a mountain. Your mindset is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when the path gets steep. Your skill set is the gear that helps you navigate tricky terrain. Together they ensure you don't just survive the climb, you thrive during it. And here's the beautiful part about all of this. Success isn't some distant destination. It's the person you become along the way. Every challenge you face, every lesson you learn, every skill you master, it all adds up to create a version of you that's stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. So stop waiting for the perfect moment to There's no better time than now to elevate your mindset and sharpen your skill set. Because at the end of the day, success isn't given, it's earned. And the only way to truly transform your life is to commit to becoming the best version of yourself. One thought, one action, one step at a time. Now let me share something that might sound simple but carries a lot of weight. Success isn't about being the smartest person in the room or having all the answers right out of the gate. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking one more step forward, even when you're tired. And most importantly, it's about believing in yourself enough to keep going, even when others doubt you. You see, success doesn't care where you start. What matters is how far you're willing to go. There are no shortcuts, no magic formulas, and no secret hacks. The only real hack is consistency. The kind of consistency that comes from aligning your mindset with your goals and backing it up with relentless effort. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the achievers. Let's dive a little deeper into mindset for a moment, because this is where so many people get tripped up. A lot of folks think that mindset is just about positive thinking, like slapping on a smile and pretending everything's fine. But that's not true. A strong mindset isn't about ignoring problems. It's about facing them head on with courage and determination. It's about understanding that failure isn't the end. It's part of the process. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and come back stronger than before. Think about some of the greatest stories of triumph throughout history. None of those individuals got to where they were without hitting roadblocks along the way. They stumbled, they fell, and sometimes they failed spectacularly. But what set them apart was their refusal to stay down. They had a mindset that said, I may not have won today, but I'm still in the game. And that made all the difference. Now, here's the thing about mindset, it's contagious. When you choose to focus on growth, possibility, and resilience, it starts to rub off on the people around you. Your energy, your attitude, and your commitment inspire others to raise their own standard. You become a magnet for opportunity, not because you're chasing it, but because it naturally gravitates toward people who are ready to receive it. So ask yourself, are you someone who lifts others up? Are you creating an environment where success can flourish? But remember, mindset alone won't carry you across the finish line. Without skills, even the strongest mindset will struggle to produce results. Skills are the practical tools you need to turn your vision into reality. Think about it this way. If mindset is the blueprint for your house, then skills are the bricks, nails, and wood. You need both to build something solid and lasting. So how do you go about building your skill set? Start small. Focus on one area at a time. Maybe it's improving your communication skills, learning how to manage your finances better, or mastering a new software program. Whatever it is, commit to getting a little bit better every single day. Consistency is key here. Even tiny improvements add up over time. Imagine reading for just 20 minutes a day. In a year, that's over 120 hours of knowledge gained. That's massive. And don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to be perfect at something before you start using it. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Instead, embrace the idea of being a lifelong learner. Be okay with making mistakes because that's how you grow. Every expert was once a beginner and every master was once a student. The sooner you accept that, the faster you'll move forward. Another important point to consider is that skills aren't just technical, they're also relational. Building meaningful connections with others is a skill in itself. People often underestimate the power of networking, but relationships can open doors that would otherwise remain closed. When you invest in others, they're more likely to invest in you. So take the time to nurture those connections. Show genuine interest in people, listen actively, and offer help whenever you can. Trust me, it pays off in ways you might not expect. Now let's address something that holds a lot of people back: fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in our comfort zones. But here's the truth. You'll never achieve greatness by playing it safe. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also where the magic happens. Every time you push past fear, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought possible. One of the best ways to conquer fear is to reframe. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, see it as a challenge. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often the answer isn't nearly as bad as we imagine. Once you realize that the risk is worth the reward, taking action becomes much easier. And each time you face your fears, you chip away at them until they no longer control you. Another powerful tool for overcoming fear is preparation. The more prepared you are, the less intimidating a situation feels. Let's say you're nervous about giving a presentation. Practice until you know your material inside and out. Visualize yourself succeeding. anticipate potential questions and plan your responses. When the big day comes, you'll walk in feeling confident because you've done the work. Preparation breeds confidence, and confidence silences fear. Speaking of preparation, let's talk about habits. Your daily habits play a huge role in shaping your success. They're the foundation upon which everything else is built. Good habits create momentum, while bad habits drag you down. So take a close look at your routines. Are they helping you move closer to your goals, or are they holding you back? Simple changes, like waking up earlier, drinking more water, or dedicating time to self-reflection, can have a profound impact on your life. The beauty of habits is that they compound over time. Just like money in a savings account grows through interest, good habits multiply your efforts. For example, if you commit to saving $5 a day, it might not seem like much initially, but after a year, you've saved nearly two. Similarly, if you spend 30 minutes a day exercising, you'll notice significant improvements in your health over time. Small actions, repeated consistently, lead to extraordinary results. Of course, building good habits isn't always easy. Old patterns die hard, and breaking free from them requires discipline. Discipline, by the way, is another critical factor in achieving success. Talent and intelligence can only take you so far. Without discipline, even the brightest minds struggle to reach their full potential. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It means sticking to your plan, even when distractions arise. Here's a tip for developing discipline. Start with accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor, and ask them to check in with you regularly. Knowing that someone else is counting on you can be a powerful motivator. Plus, having someone to celebrate your wins with makes the journey more enjoyable. While we're on the topic of accountability, let's touch on the importance of feedback. Feedback is one of the most valuable resources you have. It helps you identify blind spots, refine your approach, and improve your performance. Unfortunately, a lot of people shy away from feedback because they fear criticism. But constructive criticism isn't meant to tear you down. It's meant to lift you up. Embrace it. Use it to fuel your growth. When receiving feedback, try to detach your ego from the equation. Don't take it personally. Instead, view it as information that can help you become better. Ask clarifying questions if needed, and thank the person for their input. Then decide what actionable steps you can take based on their advice. Not all feedback will be useful, but learning to filter out the noise is part of the process. On the flip side, don't forget to give feedback too. Whether you're mentoring someone, collaborating with a team, or simply interacting with friends, offering thoughtful feedback strengthens relationships and fosters mutual growth. Be specific, be kind, and always frame your comments in a way that encourages improvement rather than discouragement. Now let's shift gears for a moment and talk about purpose. Why are you pursuing success in the first place? Is it for recognition, wealth, or status? Or is it because you genuinely want to make a difference in the world? Understanding your why is crucial because it fuels your motivation. When times get tough, and they will, you'll need a strong reason to keep pushing forward. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or earth-shattering. It just needs to resonate with you on a personal level. Maybe you want to provide a better life for your family. Maybe you're passionate about solving a particular problem. Whatever it is, connect with it deeply. Write it down. Remind yourself of it often. Let it guide your decisions and actions. Having a clear sense of purpose also helps you prioritize. With so many demands competing for your attention, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But when you know your why, it becomes easier to say no to distractions and yes to opportunities that align with your goals. Focus is a superpower, and purpose gives you laser-like clarity. At the same time, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Too often, people get so caught up in chasing success that they forget to appreciate the present moment. They sacrifice happiness now for the promise of happiness later. But life is happening right here, right now. Don't wait until you arrive to start living. Find joy in the process. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to frustration and burnout. Speaking of gratitude, let's talk about its role in success. Gratitude isn't just a nice to have, it's a must have. Studies show that practicing gratitude rewires your brain to focus on the positives in life. This shift in perspective can dramatically improve your mental well-being, boost your productivity, and enhance your relationship. When you operate from a place of abundance rather than scarcity, opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. So how do you cultivate gratitude? One simple way is to keep a gratitude journal. Each night, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big things. Sometimes the smallest moments carry the most meaning. Over time, you'll train your mind to seek out the good in every situation, no matter how challenging it may seem. Gratitude also extends to the people in your life. Take the time to express appreciation for those who support you. Send a heartfelt message, give a sincere compliment, or simply say thank you. These small gestures strengthen bonds and remind you of the incredible network you've built around you. Now let's circle back to the idea of balance. In today's fast-paced world, it's tempting to pour all your energy into work, thinking that hustle is the key to success. But burnout is real, and it can derail even the most ambitious plan. To sustain long-term success, you need to take care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. Rest isn't laziness, it's restoration. Prioritize sleep, eat nourishing foods, and carve out time for activities that bring you joy. Remember, success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Pace yourself. Set boundaries to protect your time and energy. Learn to delegate tasks when possible. Surround yourself with people who uplift and energize you. And don't hesitate to seek professional help if you're struggling. There's no shame in asking for support, it's a sign of strength, not weakness. As you continue on your journey, keep this in mind. Success is not a solo endeavor. No matter how talented or driven you are, you can't do it all on your own. Collaboration amplifies your efforts and accelerates your growth. Look for opportunities to partner with others whose strengths complement your weaknesses. Together, you can achieve far more than you ever could alone. Collaboration also teaches humility. It reminds you that everyone has something valuable to contribute, regardless of their background or experience level. Stay open-minded. Listen actively. Be willing to adapt and evolve based on the insights of others. Flexibility is a hallmark of successful individuals because they understand that rigidity stifles innovation. Lastly, never underestimate the power of giving back. As you climb higher, extend a hand to those coming up behind you. Mentorship is one of the most rewarding aspects of success. Helping others achieve their dreams enriches your own life in ways you can't predict. Plus, teaching reinforces your own knowledge and sharpens your skills. Giving back doesn't always mean monetary donations, though that's certainly impactful. Sometimes it's as simple as sharing your expertise, volunteering your time, or offering encouragement to someone who needs it. Acts of kindness ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully realize. And isn't that what true success is all about? Making a positive impact on the world around you. So as you reflect on everything we've discussed, the importance of mindset and skill set, the role of discipline and purpose, the value of collaboration and gratitude, ask yourself, who do you want to be? What legacy do you want to leave? The answers to these questions will shape not only your future, but also the futures of those whose lives you touch. Keep showing up, keep growing, keep striving, because the journey of transformation is never truly finished. It's a continuous cycle of learning, unlearning, and relearning. And in that process, you'll discover not only what you're capable of, but also who you were always meant to become. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked when we think about success: resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep moving forward, even when life throws curveballs your way. It's not just about being tough, it's about staying flexible and adaptable in the face of adversity. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and that's okay. What separates successful people from everyone else is their willingness to pivot, adjust, and persevere. Think about it this way. Imagine you're climbing a mountain, and suddenly the weather turns bad. The wind picks up, the rain starts pouring, and visibility drops. Do you give up and turn back, or do you dig deep, put on your rain gear, and keep climbing? Successful people choose the latter. They understand that storms are temporary, but giving up has permanent consequences. They know that every step they take, no matter how small or difficult, brings them closer to the summit. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop over time. It comes from facing challenges head on and learning how to navigate through them. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you build mental muscle. You prove to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. And the next time a challenge arises, you'll face it with more confidence because you've been there before. One of the best ways to build resilience is to focus on what you can control. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to get caught up in frustration or self-pity. But dwelling on what's outside your control only drains your energy and distracts you from finding solutions. Instead, shift your attention to what you can influence: your attitude, your effort, your response to the situation. By doing this, you reclaim your power and set yourself up for success. Another key aspect of resilience is maintaining perspective. Sometimes we blow problems out of proportion because we're too close to them emotionally. We lose sight of the bigger picture and let fear or doubt cloud our judgment. That's why it's important to zoom out occasionally and remind yourself of the long-term vision. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? In 10 years? Often the answer is no. Keeping perspective helps you stay grounded and prevents minor setbacks from derailing your progress. Now let's talk about patience. Patience is another underrated quality that plays a huge role in success. In today's instant gratification culture, we want everything right now. We expect overnight results, immediate recognition, and quick fixes. But real success takes time. It's built brick by brick, day by day, through consistent effort and unwavering commitment. Patience isn't about sitting around waiting for things to happen. It's about trusting the process and understanding that growth takes time. Think of a tree. A tiny seed doesn't sprout into a towering oak overnight. It needs sunlight, water, and nourishment to grow. Similarly, your dreams require care and attention to flourish. So instead of rushing, focus on nurturing them. Be patient with yourself and the journey. Trust that the work you're putting in today will pay off tomorrow. One way to practice patience is to break your goals down into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of fixating on the end result, celebrate each milestone along the way. Completing these mini goals gives you a sense of accomplishment and keeps you motivated. Plus, it makes the overall journey feel less overwhelming. Remember, every step counts, no matter how small it may seem. While we're on the subject of motivation, let's address another common pitfall: comparison. Social media has made it easier than ever to compare ourselves to others. We scroll through feeds filled with highlight reels of people's lives, their achievements, vacations, and seemingly perfect moments, and we start to feel inadequate. But here's the truth: comparison is the thief of joy. It robs you of your peace, your focus, and your unique path. Everyone's journey is different. Just because someone else appears to be ahead of you doesn't mean you're behind. Success isn't a race, it's a personal mission. Focus on your own lane. Celebrate your wins, learn from your losses, and keep moving forward at your own pace. Don't let someone else's timeline dictate yours. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. That said, it's perfectly fine to draw inspiration from others. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can fuel your ambition and push you to new heights. But there's a difference between admiring someone's accomplishments and envying them. Admiration motivates you to improve. Envy holds you back. Choose admiration every time. Now let's dive into the importance of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. It's the ability to recognize your strengths, weaknesses, emotions, and triggers. Without self-awareness, it's easy to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. But when you understand yourself deeply, you gain the power to make intentional choices that align with your values and goals. How do you cultivate self-awareness? Start by setting aside time for reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself questions like, what went well today? What could I have done differently? How did I handle challenges? Journaling can be incredibly helpful for this. Writing your thoughts down forces you to slow down and process them more clearly. Over time, patterns will emerge, giving you valuable insights into your behavior and mindset. Self-awareness also involves seeking feedback from others. Sometimes we're blind to aspects of ourselves that others see clearly. Trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues can offer perspectives that help you grow. Be open to their input and use it constructively. Remember, self-awareness isn't about being perfect, it's about striving to become the best version of yourself. Another crucial element of success is adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and those who thrive are the ones who can roll with the punches. Whether it's technological advancements, economic shifts, or unexpected personal challenges, adaptability ensures you stay relevant and resilient. Sticking rigidly to old methods or mindsets can leave you stuck in the past while everyone else moves forward. Adaptability starts with embracing change rather than fearing it. Change is inevitable, but it's also an opportunity for growth. When you view change as a chance to evolve, You position yourself to seize new opportunities. Stay curious. Keep learning. Be willing to experiment and try new things. Even if you fail, you'll walk away with valuable lessons that prepare you for future success. Speaking of learning, let's emphasize its importance. Lifelong learning is non-negotiable if you want to stay ahead in life. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, attending workshops, or simply observing the world around you, continuous education keeps your mind sharp and your skills fresh. Don't limit yourself to formal education either. Some of the most impactful learning happens informally through conversations, experiences, and trial and error. Be a sponge, soaking up knowledge wherever you find it. Ask questions, seek answers. Never assume you know everything, because arrogance closes doors that curiosity opens. And while you're learning, don't forget to teach. Teaching is one of the most effective ways to solidify your own understanding. When you explain a concept to someone else, you deepen your grasp of it. Plus, sharing your knowledge creates value for others, strengthening relationships and building trust. Whether it's mentoring a colleague, helping a friend, or creating content online, teaching amplifies your impact. Now let's touch on the role of passion in success. Passion fuels perseverance. It's the fire that keeps you going when the road gets rough. Without passion, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. But when you genuinely love what you do, the hard work feels less like a burden and more like a privilege. That doesn't mean you'll always feel passionate every single day. There will be days when you're tired, uninspired, or frustrated. That's normal. What matters is that you reconnect with your passion regularly. Revisit the reasons why you started. Remind yourself of the impact you want to make. Let that spark reignite your drive. Passion also attracts opportunities. People are drawn to enthusiasm. When you speak about your goals with excitement and conviction, others naturally want to support you. They'll introduce you to connections, share resources, and cheer you on. Passion is contagious, and it opens doors you didn't even know existed. Finally, let's talk about authenticity. Authenticity is about being true to yourself and showing up as your genuine self. In a world where so many people wear masks to fit in or impress others, authenticity stands out. It builds trust, fosters connection, and creates a lasting impression. When you're authentic, you attract the right people and opportunities into your life. Being authentic doesn't mean revealing every detail of your life or oversharing. It means living in alignment with your values, speaking your truth, and honoring your uniqueness. Don't try to be someone you're not to please others. Embrace who you are, quirks and all. The world needs your individuality, not another copycat. Authenticity also requires vulnerability. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness, but it's actually a form of strength. It takes courage to be open and honest, especially when you're unsure of how others will respond. Yet vulnerability fosters deeper connections and allows you to lead with empathy. When you show your human side, people relate to you on a more profound level. As you continue refining your mindset and skill set, remember that success is a holistic journey. It's not just about achieving external milestones, it's about becoming the kind of person who can sustain success over the long haul. It's about cultivating inner qualities like resilience, patience, and authenticity, while honing practical skills that serve your purpose. So keep pushing, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. The road won't always be smooth, but the challenges you face will shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. And in the process, you'll inspire others to embark on their own journeys of transformation. So here's the deal. Transforming your success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or hoping for luck to strike. It's about taking ownership of your mindset and skill set, day after day, step by step. When you commit to growing both internally and externally, you unlock a level of potential that most people only dream of. You'll face challenges, sure, but every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. And every small win brings you closer to the life you've always envisioned. So start today, start now, elevate your thinking, sharpen your skills, and watch as the world begins to respond to the unstoppable force that you are becoming.